Hey everybody, it's Catherine. Welcome to my channel where I'd like to talk all things beauty and fragrance. I recently did a review on Giorgio Armani Gio Profundo Light. I thought the Gio fans out there might be curious about a comparison to this new member of the Gio lineup in comparison to the past Gio variations. Firstly, let's start with the original. So Giorgio Armani Gio was created in 1996. It's an aromatic aquatic fragrance. The nose behind the fragrance was Alberto Morillas. Sorry if I'm saying that right. Wrong. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And Anique Minardo. The notes in this fragrance, it's almost like what isn't included in the lineup of notes, but the top notes in the original Gio are lime, lemon, bergamot, jasmine, orange, mandarin orange, and neroli. So very, very citrus opening notes there. The middle notes, C notes, jasmine, cologne, peach, freesia, cyclamen, hyacinth, rosemary, violet, coriander, nutmeg, rose, and mignonette. Then the base notes, white musk, cedar, oak moss, patchouli, and amber. As I've said in a number of my videos, Gio is probably one of my all-time favorite colognes. However, the fact that it is so common and popular does deter me a little bit away from it. It's kind of like every third person you know has a bottle of Gio in their cupboard. So it probably wouldn't be my first go-to recommendation to someone, but it would easily be, you know, if I was going to make a list of my 5 most likely to be liked by many colognes, it would definitely be one of those. The next variation I'm going to discuss tonight in the Armani Gio lineup is Acqua di Gio Absolu. This again probably would be one of my favorites in this collection, if not more so than the original Gio. It's very similar to the original Gio, but kind of takes a sensual, a little bit more sensual, a little bit woodier twist from the original. So this fragrance was also created by Alberto Morillas. It's considered a woody aromatic fragrance. The top notes are the C notes, grapefruit, bergamot, apple, pear, and lemons. Some of the same as the original in the bergamot and the lemon, but the C notes were brought up earlier than in the original. And then the apple, the grapefruit, and the pear were all new additions. The middle notes are lavender, geranium, and rosemary. So the only one in common with the original would be the rosemary. And then the base of the fragrance are the woody notes, tonka bean, patchouli, amberwood, and labdanum. So again, the only one that is in common with the original would be the patchouli. So all in all, like I said, very much the same family as the original Acqua di Gio. However, like I said, it takes a little bit more, it's a little bit more heaty, a little bit more sensual. I hesitate to say a bit more masculine with those stronger, woodier notes. Gio Absolu was created in 2018 by the same creator, Alberto Morillas. The next one I'm going to compare with these would be the Gio Profundo, which was created in 2020, so one of the more recent ones. Is considered an aromatic fougere fragrance, created again by Alberto Morillas. The top notes are again those C notes, the aquazone, bergamot, which is also the same as the Absolu, and then green mandarin. The middle notes, rosemary, so again the same as Absolu, cypress, lavender, and mastic. So the lavender is also simpatico with the Absolu. And then the base notes of Profundo are mineral notes, musk, patchouli, and amber. So that is much more like the original Gio. In comparison to the Absolu, they have the patchouli in common, but in terms of the original Gio, they have the musk in common, the patchouli, and the amber as well. Profundo is also an enjoyable fragrance. It's a bit heavier than the other Gios in my opinion. It has a bit more of a a body and a presence. The life is a bit longer than, say, the Profundo Lights. However, I definitely would prefer the Gio and the Gio Absolu to the Profundo, just my opinion. For whatever reason, it's just not as smooth. It has a bit more of a slight bitterness to it, more of the heavy, I don't want to say herbal or green per se, but kind of that same, kind of along those lines. And then the last one I'm going to do in this comparison is the Profundo Light, which is the newest Acqua di Gio variation in their lineup. It again was also created by Alberto Morillas and also the company Firmenich. It's considered an aromatic aquatic, which is the same as the original Gio and different from the Absolu and the original Profundo. Top notes being cardamom, green mandarin, and sea notes. So it has the same green mandarin and the sea notes as the original Profundo, but they added cardamom and the deletion of the aquazone and the bergamot. The middle notes are the mastic, lavender, balsam fir, cypress, and rosemary. So it has the cypress, the lavender, the mastic, the rosemary in common with the original Profundo, but the addition of the balsam fir. And then the base of the fragrance is patchouli, vetiver, and cedar, which has, again, the patchouli that is in common in all four of these Armani fragrances, with the addition of the vetiver and the cedar. I think the only other Gio that I discussed tonight that has the cedar is the original Gio, and none of them have vetiver aside from the Profundo Lights. It again is an enjoyable fragrance. It has that light aquatic nature to it. It's a great summer scent. It's got that zesty, it's got a bit of like a zesty carbonation to it. It's kind of a carbonated gin and tonic kind of scent. It's it has the sweet, light and crisp aspect of the citruses, but with the backsplash of the vetiver and the woods and the cedar that give it a bit of a roundness or smoothness, but then the lavender to kind of smooth it out. I think it still has a bit of a zesty kick to it. So like I said, if you enjoy the Acqua di Gio line, most likely Gio Profundo would be a good addition, or Gio Profundo Lights would be a good addition to your fragrance wardrobe as a summer scent. If you want something a bit different than the Gio, but you still want to stay in those aquatic aromatic type scents. If you are new to the Acqua di Gio line and you wanted to choose one without being the most common traditional Acqua di Gio, I would go Gio Absolu. Like I said, I venture to say that one's my favorite of these four. Personally, I would probably go the traditional Acqua di Gio or Gio Ultimo, or I keep saying Ultimo, it's Absolu. Gio Absolu over the Profundo and Profundo Lights, but that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I don't dislike Profundo or Profundo Lights. It's just my personal preference. So again, my name is Katherine. I hope you enjoyed the content of this review. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button, as it really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm and kind of is my tip. I would be honored if you would consider subscribing to my channel if you aren't already. And also make sure to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I do post new content. Again, I sincerely appreciate you all. If you've tried any of these fragrances, whether you like them or you don't like them, please comment below. I'd love to hear your personal opinion with these fragrances. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you dislike? I'd love to get to know you all a little bit in your olfactory preferences. So again, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.